back to the arcade. I know y'all saw those yams in the thumbnail. You said, let me go ahead and click and see what old GJ is talking about. But today, I just want to give y'all a full breakdown of everything that we have so far on the upcoming Stellar Blade 2 that will be based in China. I'll give you all the details in the images that I say leaked, but Stellar Blade, the Shift Up account accidentally posted it themselves. Either way it go, the next one is going to be in China. So please drop a like on the video, comment down below. By the way, I do know there's a new game, a new gameplay trailer that came out for a game called On the Edge. It's like a turn-based like Chinese wuxia game that literally just came out. But I'm getting ready to play Resident Evil 4 in Chinese dub. I'm very excited about that one. Then we're gonna be playing Neo 3. They sent me that game early, so it will probably be sometime next week when I do like my big breakdown video on it, give y'all all the information as y'all know I do. But be on the lookout for that. And yeah, keep them coming. If y'all see something y'all want me to check out, that's from a Chinese or Korean dev team, please send it over my way, and we'll check it out whenever we get to it. And I go home this weekend. Finally, I've been in this hotel for like 3 weeks. I'm exhausted. I miss my kids, and I'm ready to get the fuck home. So I'm very excited about that. But I'll have probably the Resident Evil 4 as we're getting ready for Resident Evil Requiem and Chinese dub. I've played like a little bit of it just to see, and it's like fantastic. So of course I know most of y'all probably have played Resident Evil 4 by now, so I'm just trying to mix it up because literally on YouTube there's no one that's ever played Resident Evil 4 in Chinese voice dub. So I'm very much excited about that, and I'll be playing Resident Evil 6 for the first time later next week as well too. Either way go, appreciate y'all. Let's get into the Stellar Blade 2 in China. So initially it was a social media post by the official Stellar Blade account. They shared confidential location scouting photos that fans immediately recognized as Chongqing, a massive mega city in southwest China. It's also referred to as the 8D city, after the fans matched the concept art to the real world buildings, specifically the Kuxing building in areas around the Yuzhong Peninsula. Shift Up posted an unedited photo of the real city with the caption, "Oops, a little slip." And I mentioned that the nickname is often called the 8D city, and the reason it's called that because of the mind-bending, multi-layered architecture where the roads in the subways run through the middle of the high-rise building, and this verticality fits the style and vibe of Stellar Blade as you saw in the first game. So of course that means they're making a major shift from the first game. There was, you know, vast deserts and wastelands, post-apocalyptic like a sandbox and all that shit. Now it's showing, you know, like a city, skyscrapers with like waterfalls and grass coming out of the buildings and all the skyscrapers and stuff like that, similar to Nier Automata. But of course the quality and the optimization is going to be much better. Even though the first game optimization wise, I don't remember, but I think there was pretty much no performance issues. Sorry if I'm wrong about that, but I know I played it on PlayStation 5 initially. My full playthrough is on the channel, by the way, on my YouTube channel if you hadn't saw that. And it ran like a dream, you know, and looked fantastic as well. But for me, the bigger thing is what really solidified why they are going to China for Stellar Blade, because when they dropped that the PC port, and they sold millions almost immediately, and all of that literally came from China. It says that roughly 60 to 70% of PC sales for the first game came from the Chinese market. So by them setting the sequel in a recognizable Chinese mega city, Shift Up is directly catering to the largest and most active player base. So as someone who can absolutely relate, once we played Wukong on this channel and I saw all the interest, not just about the views, but just saw how locked in the community is, the Chinese gaming community was with me, that made me lean more into Chinese mythology and Chinese games. And this is what we're here now, because nobody on YouTube was doing it and still is doing it so far. And I was like, you know what, why not me be the one to cater that in? So for me, looking at Shift Up saying like, hey, we put this game on PC and like almost 70% of our sales, 70% of our sales came from China. I saw this stat too that said that Shift Up noted that the PC port of the first game sold 19 times faster than the PS5 version initially did. So as a result, they are hiring specifically for PC optimization to ensure Stellar Blade 2 launches on PC and PS5 at the same time. But this time there won't be no delays in between. They're going live at the same time, which to me makes perfect sense. And for the sequel, they're talking about, of course, some co-op modes, boss rush modes, online modes. So I think Stellar Blade 2 is just going to be, of course, an even more enhanced edition of Stellar Blade 1. And rumor has it that it could be out as soon as 2027. Now, I think that's a bit too soon, but because they're going to be using the same assets and the same engine as they did Stellar Blade 1 on, so it's not going to take up, you know, many years as it would when them starting from scratch like they did with Project Eve, which was the name initially. I remember back in 2020 during like lockdown, the PlayStation showcase, they showed it was Project Eve, and it came out, and it was Stellar Blade. But now they're going to be able to get this out very much faster. So I'm thinking like maybe we're going to see like a teaser or some gameplay by the end of 2027, and we'll probably get it 2028. That's my guess. But again, these Korean devs and these Chinese devs, they work so fast and officially, it's scary. And also, which is why the game director had a little bit of controversy, because he made a statement a few weeks ago. Mind you, I don't even have to read this because I remember that he said that they're going to need to use, or AI is going to be very important for them to use in the development of the next Stellar Blade game, because the Chinese market produces their games so fast and officially, and they have much bigger teams, that a smaller team like Shift Up, AI will help them basically match the development cycle that the Chinese do, because it's so fast. So a lot of people was kind of rubbed the wrong way by that. But hey, listen what it is. AI is here and it's not going anywhere. We're not putting that toothpaste back in the tube. The paint is not going back in the can. The shit is happening. And AI can be such a great useful tool. I use it all the time. Hell, I'm using it right now for the Stellar Blade video, where I'm like, hey, give me this, this, and this, and this. And it gives me a breakdown, so I can, everything that I would normally do. As for opening 1,000 tabs, and just saves me so much time versus me having to research every little paragraph like I used to have to do, and take me hours to get this video, versus now just 10 minutes, I got everything I need. I fact checked to make sure it's accurate, and here we are. So I think it's a good idea, me personally. But either way it goes, Stellar Blade 2 is going to China, and man, I would imagine they're going to have some very big moments in the game. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Appreciate you. Peace.